Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's your favorite person in this universe, me, Misslunabay. I love you. Thank you for being here. I am just like a friend teaching you all about what works for me in the manifestation world. So if you want to believe this, great. If you don't want to believe this, great. I'm still gonna be here teaching what works for me. I'm sorry for this hair. I've been working my little heart out, you guys. I've been working out, I've been training, I've been traveling, I've been cleaning, I've been doing everything. But I really also want to come into YouTube and kind of, I have a whole entire thing I want to talk about. But before we talk about it, I want to teach you like a little life hack. When you're feeling negative, when you are down, when just something like there's a circumstance, when I say circumstance, like it's usually like something negative. I don't like to say negative because I don't even like talking about negative. The word negative is negative to me. Embrace it, but don't like it. I don't care for it. So anyways, whenever you're not feeling like upbeat, negative, or whatever, I always tell people to smile and just try it. Just smile. Why? Because smiling literally forces you to uplift and just think a little different. And the act of smiling reminds you consciously, your subconscious, to change in real time, you know? So subconsciously, you're telling yourself like, I'm smiling. Why? Because I know that this is temporary. This circumstance is temporary. I am smiling because I know that I have the power to change any circumstance that that I don't desire, that is not for me. I have that power right exactly now. I am smiling because the second I do that, I am now in transition to the next thing that's coming for me. I am smiling because I believe that there's change. I believe that this is not it, that there is so much more. Also, smiling, the act of smiling transmits a signal to the universe saying, hi, I'm happy. So what happens is it changes, that signal attracts, it bridges happiness, more happiness. Because when you're negative, you are literally attracting more negative. We don't want that. Even though like the circumstance is not what you want it to be. Honestly, you guys, like you could say like, pretend like you got a ticket, which funny thing is like, I got a ticket the other day, long story. Nothing crazy. I was like, it was a 35, I was going 45, but still a ticket. When I got it, I didn't even think twice. I was like, whatever, it is what it is. And I'm sorry, that was my ice. But anyways, got a ticket. It's like the circumstance is not like great, you know? I mean, it was just, it is what it is. But I didn't sit there and cry about it. I didn't sit there and anything. Like, I just was like, all right, cool, I have this. It's not freaking the best feeling in the world, but I'm not gonna sit here. It's how you react, you know? It's how you react to certain situations, such as anything that's not pleasant. Getting a ticket is not pleasant. But I didn't cry about it and anything. I just was like, all right, it is what it is. And smiled about it. Kept going, keep going, you know? Keep persisting. Life is good. All right. And with the word persist, that reminds me of what I literally have written down to teach you today. All right. Play the game of life, like Neville Goddard says. Play the game of life. If you don't know who Neville Goddard is, you should really YouTube him. He's on here. You guys should really just like go crazy with the internet. I'm not the only person on here. I don't want you to always rely on me. There's so many manifestation coaches, actual coaches, gurus. I'm just your friend teaching you what works for me on my platform. But anyways, Neville Goddard says, play the game of life. Believe, like you don't have to, we got to start somewhere, you know? Say like you just are now new to manifestation and you're like, oh, this doesn't work. No, but it really does. Manifestation really works. You're doing it right now. You are, if you don't believe it, like whatever your conscious is thinking right now, if you are sitting here and you say, yes, I agree with you, Luna, manifestation does work, you're gonna get more of manifestation working. If you're in this platform right now and you're like, Luna, manifestation does not work, you are literally manifesting it not working. Exactly. Anyways, so like Never Goddard says, play the game of believing. Like, just for shits and giggles, just pretend like you believe that you're like you're gonna get that text back, that you're getting a text back. Believe it, that you're gonna get whatever it is that your heart desires. You know, if it's to be in a movie, to be an actress, to be a mom, believe it. Believe. Say you haven't seen a friend in so long, and all of a sudden you start thinking about them, and you're like, you know what, they're gonna text me back, they're gonna call me. That person that I haven't seen in 10 years, they're gonna call me. Watch. You start to transmit that feeling, that signal into the universe, they will come. They will. Like anything that you really want. Like some people I've heard, I feel like for me, every technique is different, but like I know that I have a friend who she manifests like people calling her and texting her just by saying like, this person's going to do this. And then she puts herself into this like scene where she sees them texting her. And I wish I could put it right here, like, but I don't really tell on you guys, but she literally shows me like, Luna, it happened again. Like, and I do that too, but it's just different, like a different technique, but everyone's different. You can do anything you want. If you truly believe in it, it will happen, because it's all signals. Look up telepathy. You really want to communicate with somebody? Think of it and literally think of them getting that information from you. You know, it's wild. Okay, so Neville Goddard says that you want to be like in a state of delusion to manifest certain things. So like drowsy, sleepy, you know, and just envision yourself being there, like believing in yourself. Like try it tonight, maybe, I don't know, like try it tonight. Envision, say it's like you wanna buy a house, right? Put yourself in that situation where you have your house and you're seeing it and you're feeling it, you're signing contracts, you're like picking everything out, you know? Put yourself in that drowsy feeling and envision whatever it is that you want. If it's to gain 10,000 new followers on Instagram, if it's to make $10,000, envision how it would feel to have that already. Like, where would you be at? What would you be doing? Would you be stressing out over money if you already had the money? Do you walk, like, the more you go to a store and you're like, oh, that's too expensive, this is too expensive, you're literally pushing that into the universe, saying that it's too expensive and I can't have it. I'm not saying go crazy and buy things that you're like, I can't, you know, like don't go like, but also understand that it already exists, you know? Like a lot of the times people are like, oh, I could never have that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, for instance, somebody was like, oh, I really want to buy a boat. And I said, why aren't you? He's like, oh, I don't have the money for a boat. And I'm like, okay, so just manifest it. It's just like that. Like, how? Literally start saying, I want a boat. I'm getting a boat. I own a boat. I am a boat owner. I have it. I know exactly how to get it. I am receiving a boat. I have the funds to own a boat. I know exactly where to get a boat. And just speak it into existence until it manifests. It will harden. It will be here in no time. Anyways, also, the biggest freaking thing that delays your manifestation from being here is you trying to control when it should be here. Because that's you literally saying, universe, bring it to me, but today, right now. Meaning you don't trust the universe to bring it to you, period. You need it to be tangible right now, like in your face, like right now. Yes, you can. Some people are super like wild manifestors that they can just like have it right now. But like, for instance, you set the limits too. Don't put a time limit on yourself. Don't give it a time limit. Oh, I want to be married by this time. It's going to happen exactly the way you're supposed to have it. It's also the other thing that I really want to stress is what is yours is always going to be yours, no matter what. No matter what, you are never missing out on what is yours. So if that person didn't text you back, you're not missing out. Because what if your boyfriend or girlfriend is in the way of your wife, of your husband? That thing, that job that you really, really wanted, and then you get fired, was in the way of your actual CEO title. Sometimes things are a blessing. Let me tell you, it's a blessing. You are here for a purpose. Don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever doubt your circumstance, your situation. There's not a single circumstance that can't be changed. There's not a single situation that can't be changed. I swear to you, you can get back with that ex, you can get that girl, you can get that job. If you truly, deeply believe that you can. Undoubtedly, like no need to talk about it with anybody. No need to talk about it with a friend, family, or explain yourself. Because remember, the act of explaining yourself is you having to tell or to affirm that like convince almost. If you find yourself sitting there telling your friend like, oh, I can't, I really don't like to tell people what I'm trying to do because it's like you need to speak it to convince yourself that like you have it almost in my eyes. When I want something, you guys, I know it into being. I don't really even need to talk about it with anybody. Why? Because it's mine. I don't need to convince anybody. And you know what? I don't need another person or anyone else coming to me and saying, oh, well, why would you want that? Why would you want to get back with like that company? Why would you want to buy that house? Like, what? It's my house. It's my dream. It's my goal. It's for me. Just like, for instance, too, a lot of the times with like my friends who are bodybuilders, like I have a friend, she's a bodybuilder and she loves being like that look. What does it matter if another person says, oh my God, you look so like, I don't like it. It's not, if you don't like this, it's none of my business. That is a personal thing that you need to come to terms with. I have nothing to do with, no. What you think of me has nothing to do with me. What I think of me is everything to do with me. What I think of you has nothing to do with you, you know? So it's like, it's interesting, you guys. But don't give anything that you like, your manifestation doesn't have a time. If you know it into being, that's already confirmation. If you already have the thought, that's confirmation that it's going to happen. Like someone said one day, they were like, I'm going to make a pin. So that was a thought, right? And it was in their head, right? And then they're like, oh, I want to make the cap blue and I want to have blue ink and I want it to be in plastic. And then boom, here she is. It's just like that. Also, I wrote down no limits. Don't give yourself a limit. Like, be the yes in your life, you know? A huge thing about manifesting, huge, massive thing about manifesting is know what you want. Literally, know what you want in life. And you don't have to be good at this, but if you sit there and you talk to yourself and you get to know yourself, you will figure out what you want within life. Even if it's like a 5-minute conversation driving down the street, you're like, are you happy, Luna? What makes you happy today? What is going on? Give yourself that love. Figure out what you want. And every day that you do that, you're breaking the pattern and you will literally figure out in more detail what it is that makes you happy, what it is that makes you, what makes you tick, like what gives you zest for life, you know? Then once you figure out whatever it is that you want, if it's money, new car, house, love, whatever, better health, visualize it, see it, draw it, vision boards. You guys, some people love vision boards. I personally don't think that you need to do anything, but I also, that's what works for me, you know? I just know it deep in my head. I don't need to convince myself. If I know I'm gonna get something, if I know I want something, I just know that it's going to happen. But some of you guys, some people need to literally see it in paper, and that's a beautiful thing too, you know? Like if you need to go and pick up like a magazine, cut it up and glue it, and so you can have like a broader, more elaborate vision of what it is that you need to do. To be honest, you guys, me and my mom, we actually do vision boards every January because it's like right after the holidays and it's fun, and I love doing that with my mom. I literally have 2 vision boards, and I'm not kidding you, I've already done so many things already on that vision board. It's wild. It's freaking wild. It's wild. But I don't need a vision board. I really don't, but I enjoy making them. It's fun. And why not? You can script. You can also script. You can write it down. You could get yourself a little notepad. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your notes. You can just write down what it is that you want, like your vision. See it. And then another time too, like, you know what I like to do? I like to literally drive down the street as if I was pulling into like, I don't suggest this, please don't get yourself in trouble. But like, you know, you could always pretend, just why not? Role play. You know what? We lack imagination, us adults. Kids can literally, you could look at this Fiji bottle and be like, wow, it's a water bottle. A kid, because their brain is not completely developed yet, like to gosh, there's like names for this, you guys. I'm gonna do some more research on that. They can look at this water bottle and pretend that it's like an airplane, that it's a car. They see it, they envision that. It's the same way. Use your imagination. It's just like that. We see, like adults see water bottle. Maybe some adults see playing card, football. But kids see this, like they can literally, their imagination, you guys, imagine it, visualize it. See yourself in that beautiful Malibu home with the ocean and the rocks and the sand and the whatever makes you happy. If it's a house with horses and whatever, if it's freaking, I don't know, like a little cute, like tiny house on a patch, a field, whatever makes you happy. It's not about me. It's about you figuring out what you want. Visualize it. Put it down. Write it down. Vision boards, like I said, you guys, I am messy. Like, this is messy. Okay. And then believe it. Don't just cut it up and be like, oh, but the second you hear the word but, tap yourself. Be like, oh yeah, Luna said to, Visualize it and eliminate the word but. Because I can't have you be like, oh, well, I want to be famous, but like hey, to each their own. You want to do whatever you want to do, whatever it is that you want. You want a healthy relationship, you want your ex back, you want a brand new car, believe it, period. There's no buts. And why do I say that? Let's see. What you say is what you get. If you say, I am an incredible being, you're gonna get incredible being. You are an incredible being. You attract incredible beings. Why? Because you put it out into the universe. It's like coding. It's like a code. You transmit that into the universe, and you get what you are. You get what you put out. It's a mirror. If you come out of this and you're a positive being, I'm not saying that life is not hard, easy, whatnot. I'm just saying, like, you get what you are. You get what you put out. You get what you say. If you say you're amazing, you are amazing. Period. End the story. And also, another thing that keeps a lot of people from manifesting what they want is experience. Don't get me started. A lot of the times, our past, because people love to sit and dwell in the past, experience. I'm not saying be oblivious and like, you know, yes, like experience can create doubt. That's it. Like, so for instance, I have a great story. So my parents owned a house and grew up. I was 14 years old and they bought a house, and there was their first dream house, and they worked their butts off, and it went into foreclosure. And now, because my dad experienced that, he doesn't want to buy a house, because he said he thinks that, like, and look at that. But this actual but right here that I'm about to say, we're working on that. Every day he's working, and I feel like I believe he is going to be buying a house soon. Affirm, baby. I'm affirming that for sure. This video is already so long. I'm gonna kind of stop it here. I'm gonna like draw a little line. But I also want to tell you guys, I want to finish this video off with just like a little bit of affirmations, because some of the times my videos are just me screaming and yelling. All right. I love you. All right, so we're gonna go. Oh, I want you to take a deep breath. And say, I am magnetic. I am magnetic. I attract everything that my heart desires. I attract everything that my heart desires. I am captivating. I am captivating. I love me. I love me. Everything flows to me. Everything flows to me. Good things are happening to me all the time. Good things are happening to me all the time. With that said, you guys, I love you. I will see you later. Please comment down below. Please, oh yeah, I honestly do these videos for you. I really don't like, whatever. If you want to follow. If you don't want to follow, it's totally fine. Comment down below what I can help you with, and how can I make your life a little bit better with my knowledge. Just tell me and I will do my best. You know, I love you. I believe in you. If you believe in it, I believe in you. Period. I love you guys.